Well, good evening. Welcome. I'm Bob Reid. I'm a young 74 from the mainland. Uh, I, I'm going to talk about finances, and and I think that's a subject everyone's interested in, finances, uh, because you who wouldn't want to be debt free? Who wouldn't want to be in control of their finances? Uh, and that's a subject that permeates everything that we're hearing about today in the news media, uh, on TV, radio. It's just the chatter in the coffee shops. Uh, well, I am, like I said, a young 74. I'm a chemical engineer. I have a master's in business administration, both degrees from LSU. I worked in the big corporate world for many years. And I just want to tell you a little bit about myself so you know where I'm coming from. And uh, I developed markets all around the world after building and running chemical plants for the first part of my career. But the last uh, uh, oh, 14, 15 years of it was being a global product manager in 3 divisions. Worked for 2 of the top 50 companies in the world. I made a great income, but I never saw my own family. And I developed $100 million markets, put together acquisitions, joint ventures. Those are things that, not many people get to do. And, uh, uh, but I was looking for a way out uh, because I wanted to have a family life. I didn't just want to be in the air, traveling, working, always working. And it was kind of a stress because we lived that lifestyle with the income that I made. And uh, uh, if I if I had lost my job, we'd lose everything, or I'd have to find another. But so that's financial stress and financial problems. Uh, I got introduced to the network marketing industry back in 1991. I knew nothing about it. No one ever prospected me. One ever told me about it. Uh, uh, and uh, and that that came about right before I was about to sign a debt note for 300 grand to buy a franchise to get myself into my own business to find a way out and of the corporate world. And uh, I did it part time for several years as a top level corporate executive and doing network marketing part time. Uh, and I walked out of that corporate career in 1994, and I hadn't replaced my income in network marketing, but it gave me what I wanted to be with my family and to do things. And my family could go with me and be with me in my business. My business was at home, and I built that foundation for 4 years part time, or 3 years, and uh, I worked at it good full time. I got to making back in the 90s more than 10,000 a month, and that was pretty good income for most people. But that was only 2/3 of what I was making in the corporate world when I quit. So it wasn't enough money for me. And I realized that I was with a great company, but it was just wrong timing. That company is a $2.8 billion company today. And so I did what we normally do. I mean, I changed job in the corporate world. I got hired from one company to the next. So I was looking for the right opportunity. Uh, I was looking for the right company at the right place at the right time with the right product. And it just came smack me dead in the face. Uh, 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 and it was gold and silver. And I knew a lot about gold and silver because I lost a lot of money in the stock market over the years, going up and down and the flats and things. And I was already buying gold and silver, and everybody needs to have some. And if that shocked you, what I just said, stay tuned, because that's what we're going to talk about tonight: gold and silver. and financial independence and protecting what you worked hard for all your life, or that you're starting out life, and why not start it out the right way? And so pay particular attention to what I'm going to share with you. But I did that company, and I made enough money in 4 years to be financially independent for the rest of my life. At a young age of 52, I could do what I want, when I want, where I wanted. I didn't live extravagantly, but I had no boss, no employees, no stress, and that's a great way to live life. And I couldn't find another networking company I really wanted to do, so I did real estate and real estate development for several years, and where I didn't put my money up at risk, but I just wanted to be a good steward of what God had gave me, and allowed me to live the life that I wanted with my family. And the uh, guy that I did that gold and silver company with back in the late 90s, Richard Wayne Hanson, gave me a call in November of 2016. And he said, Bob, we're going to do it all over again. 500 left, 500 right, $500 above average check. But this time we're going to have the lowest price gold and silver in the marketplace. It's going to be, like Costco, like Sam's, like Amazon Prime. You get a membership, you get to buy gold and silver at cost. Well, I'm definitely interested. And because I'm still buying gold and silver, and I want to buy it at the best price. And so, I joined. I joined immediately. I joined what I call a business family pack. You'll learn about that in a minute. And I gave a couple of my friends a call, and I put 2 people older than me on my left team, and I put 4 people had to go back to work after they retired, and on my right team. And that's how I got started. Uh, their pension check and Social Security check didn't make it to the end of the month. So, and they were in different states, and I just did it part time to help people learn about gold and silver. I've been gold and silver for 30 years, so we'll talk about that a little bit more. But that gave my ride with 7K, gave me the introduction to 7K, and we went along, made made an average of $500 to $1,000 every week for doing it part time, helping people. And then in May of 2019, our check jumped up to 2,000 average a week. And then I saw where the company was going. It's going to be a mega billion-dollar giant. Now, notice I said this company started in November of 2016. So we're only 4.5 years old. And that was kind of pre-marketing when they started. And last year we averaged over $20,000 a month. And this year I've been averaging about 10,000 a week. Now, I talked about income. So and here I am, a couple of months, I'll be 75. And it's not because of me. It's because of helping other people. So please pay attention to about what I'm about to talk to you about. 7K metals, and we call it wealth strategies. And if you think you are working harder for more money just to cover the basics, that is a fact, especially after this COVID. Higher cost, added financial pressures that is blowing every family out of the world, around the world. It's not just in the United States, it's around the world. These figures here of May 2017 from the Federal Reserve said 44% of Americans had problems covering a $400 emergency. That was 2017. I mean, I think you'd agree with me. That's maybe double that today. They don't even have the statistics on that yet. So what is happening with your money? It's the numbers. And this graph tells everything. That's right. A picture tells 10,000 words. In 1913, the United States came out with a Federal Reserve currency, and it replaced what we call 1 ounce silver coins, the 1 ounce silver dollar, or the 1 ounce gold piece was a $20 gold piece and a $20 bill. So these were a lot easier to carry than these, and that's one of the reasons. But the other was to control the government, and the banking system had really kind of the controls of our economy and our monies. Well, these two things in 1913 bought exactly the same amount of goods and services, a paper dollar or a 1-ounce silver dollar, 1-ounce silver piece. And just in a short 100 years, 2013, that paper dollar now would only buy less than a nickel's worth of the same goods and services in 1913. Yet that 1-ounce silver coin would buy almost 4 times what it did in 1913. Now, why is that? And you don't know that. You haven't been taught what I'm telling you in school. Well, what happened is when they created this paper currency in 1913, the U.S. Now, this isn't the first time America had paper currency. We had it before. I mean, America's didn't get started in 1913, but we had paper currency several times before, and even some states. But all those currencies went. If you got trillions of dollars worth of those currencies today, they're worth nothing. And that's a very important point. If you don't think that same thing can happen again with this, we don't know our history very well. And so let's review the facts. In 1913, when they started printing this up, they had to have gold and silver to back it up. So every time they printed a dollar, they had to have the gold to back it up. And so they couldn't print up more money without having the gold and silver reserves. Well, that came true. And then you had inflation, deflation. You had this kind of stuff that infects because of money supply and the amount of currency they put in play. That is what happens. Well, that's normal. But we had a couple of world wars, and then we had some more wars after that. But in 1971, because we kept printing up money, our government printing up money. In 1971, they wanted to print up more money, but they didn't have any gold and silver. So they went off the gold standard. Now the government can just print up money for any reason. And that's why in 2013, with all this money they're printing up and putting out there, that dollar buys less and less and less. Yet, when that dollar buys less, this buys more. Oh. Now, here we are in 2021. Let me just really illustrate this for you. I think you've all heard that this government of ours right now is spending more in this you're trying to spend more in this 1 year as in the last 10 years. Because it's got to print up money to do that. Well, here we are in 2021 already. That dollar bill won't even buy a penny's worth of the same goods and services it bought in 1913. Yet, this 1-ounce silver coin buys much more. And we're going to talk about how much more relative in just a second. Okay? Now, as they're printing this money up, what happens to the money you work hard for to save to retire on? It gets diluted. Like if you make a good quart of tea and then, you get a call, you have people dropping by in 2 minutes. Well, that's not enough time to make some more tea. So you pour it in a 5-gallon bucket and you just flood up with water. It kind of looks like tea, but it tastes like water. Okay, because it got diluted. Well, that's what's happening with our paper money we work hard for. So we hear these things about cost of living and inflation. No, it's dilution. Okay, and these are statistics not from 7K. This is Bureau of Labor Statistics, but kind of look at from 2000 to 2018, that 18-year period. This is their numbers, the government numbers, not 7K's numbers, but average food costs increased 43% if you're eating at home. If you eat out, it's over 59%. Heating and cooling your home, over 100% increase. Car insurance, 100% increase. Water and sewer, that's an essential, 133% increase. College tuition, 151% increase. Medical costs, 100% increase. Hey, that's 2018. All these are much more than that. And everybody's hearing right now about all this massive inflation, these costs rising, gas going up, food going up, corn going up, everything going up, lumber tripling. Well, why? It's because they're printing up money. And when they print up money, we can't buy as much. That's the sheer case. Now, like I said, I've been in gold and silver for over 30 years. And because of that, I was able to protect my wealth. And we want to teach you about that. That's what we're doing in 7K. Do you mind if we show you the case for sound money, gold and silver? It's just a fancy word for gold and silver, sound money. And because it is sound, it's real. And it's one of the secrets the wealthy have used for ages to amass and protect their wealth. In fact, governments and financial institutions know and use the secret all too well because they're the largest holders of gold in the world today. So if they're all holding these banks, gold, all these wealthy people and institutions and governments, don't you think you should have some? Of course you should. And there's a reason why. And the reason is what we showed you in that graph, but let's get to a point that you can really understand. See, milk is an essential of life. All of us mammals need milk. Every baby needs milk. Every baby animal needs milk. Well, in 1965, that $1 bill and that 1 ounce silver coin right there bought 1 gallon of milk, either one of them. Well, let's fast forward to 2019. Now you're working hard, you're saving these dollar bills, or you're putting it in stocks, bonds, annuities, CDs, mutual funds. That's still on paper, okay? You're putting it over there. It's all at risk. See, they've never taught you about this. So you're saving that. Now you retire and you don't need milk. So what do you think you can buy in 2019 with that dollar? You can't even buy a half a pint with that in 2019. But yet that 1 ounce silver coin will buy you 5.1 gallons of milk. Well, here we're 2021, aren't we? Let me illustrate what I'm talking about even more. 2019 to 20, that's just 2 years. That $1 milk won't even buy you a taste of milk anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere and get anything for $1. No container of milk. Yet that same 1 ounce silver coin will buy you over 7 gallons of milk today. Hello? That's what we're talking about. Same thing with having a car. I mean, look, that 1965 Mustang was produced in its first year by Ford. And I know because I graduated from high school in 1964. I was at LSU working on my chemical engineering degree in 1965, and I wanted one of those hot cars. But it was $2,500. And I was on a loan and working a job to put my wealth through school. And I didn't have $2,500. Or you could have bought it with 2,500 1 ounce silver coins. Well, let's fast forward to 2020, last year. Now you've been working hard. Let's say you went through a career like me, and then you retired, and now you need a new vehicle. Okay. Well, you draw out $2,500 out of that IRA and that 401k or that CD or that annuity, and walk down to the Ford store and say, "Here, I got $2,500. I want a new set of wheels." And they're going to say, "Brother, you just got just enough for the wheels." Or that's a good down payment and 72 more months to pay. But do you know what? had you been taught what we're teaching you right now here tonight, you would have saved these or some. And that same 2,500 ounces would buy 2 brand new Ford Mustangs today. See, so we're not taught to save the right things. What about gold? Same thing, gold, silver. I want to just illustrate that. In 1965, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,000 square foot average starter home in America cost $10,000. That's what it costs. Remember, a car costs $2,500. I know it sounds to some of you, but I was there, so I know it's true. And let's say you graduated from college, or you're got your first job, whatever. You're about ready to buy your first house. You got approved for your mortgage, and then all of a sudden, right before 2 or 3 days before you have to go sign your debt note to buy your house for that 30-year mortgage, you came in at $10,000. And so you're asked, what would you do with that $10,000? Now, based on your knowledge, what would you do? Well, a lot of people said they'd pay $10,000, pay cash for their house. But that'd be pretty good. They don't have a debt note. And that's good. And they got their first house and it's debt free. And then they said, well, only less than 5% of people said that, by the way. Nearly 94+% of people said this, what they do with that $10,000. They would take and they would go buy a new car. They'd go buy some furniture for their new house. And if they had anything left over, they'd put it in a bank for an emergency. Not one person said they'd take $10,000, put it in gold. What should they have done had they been taught about gold and silver and paper and dollars and true preparing for the future and the retirement? Well, history tells the truth. If the people that paid $10,000 for their house, well, it's worth in 2020 $85,000. That's a pretty good deal. Turn 10,000 into 85. That's what the most average people in America, that's their biggest savings right there in their home. But see, had they put that $10,000 in gold, or had they done it over the years, look what they would have. They'd have own their own home debt free, and they get to retire in style. See, because after 40 years, they would retire working for 40 years in 2005. That house been paid off in 2005 with the mortgage. See, we're going to teach you things. So after seeing these stats, does your financial future seem a little bit more challenging? I don't care if you're young or if you just retired or you're already retired. That same question applies to every one of you. But why aren't your financial professionals telling you what I just shared with you and what we're sharing with you in 7K? The truth is, they do not want you to know. They want you to think it's not important to know the secret of sound money. In fact, your financial professionals say, oh, don't buy gold and silver. Oh, don't do that. Well, I'm going to tell you what. I got that master's in business at LSU, and I graduated cum laude. And I did the same thing to a lot of people for many years and to myself. And that was the wrong thing. We've been brainwashed. We've been propagandized. I'm going to tell you the truth from my perspective. This is not 7K's perspective. This is Bob Reid's. We've been brainwashed and propagandized. Because that stock market goes up, that stock market goes down. And I've been in it for over 40 years. And I made bucks that less than 2% of America makes in that corporate world. And I put it away. And it went up and it went down. You know why your financial professionals don't want you to know anything about gold and silver? It's because they don't get rich off of you and me, off of our hard work all of our lives. Because see, when we put it away in those mutual funds, those stocks, those bonds, those IRAs, those 401ks, those annuities, they make commissions. And we don't just put it there and stay, because if we do, we lose it all and go bankrupt. I know I've lost many a stock went bankrupt. They weren't supposed to be. They were the best stocks. But every time that stock market starts going down, you start selling it because you don't want to lose it all. And you put it in something more secure, and they make more commission. And then when the stock market starts going back up again, we don't want to miss the ride, so we start buying selling that safe stuff and buying some of that stuff we can make some of our money back on, and they make double commissions on us again. And the stock market has this trend about every 7 to 9 years. It goes way, way, way up, and it goes way, way, way down. It goes way, way, way up, and way, way, way down. And many of the stocks that were there 10 years ago aren't owned the stock market today because they went bankrupt. And when a stock goes bankrupt, what do you get? Nada. Do you know why they don't want you to know about the secrets of gold and silver? Because they don't make a penny when you got this and you hold it. And you hold your own security. That's why they don't want you to know. But we believe in you, and we want to guide you to your journey of creating and protecting true wealth for your family and your legacy, because you deserve it. And we want you to join us in helping educating others to have this same information so they can have information to make decisions with. That's what we want. We want them to have information that they can make decisions with. We're not trying to get you into anything. We're not trying to get you to join anything. We'll just give you information so you can make a decision. We hope you see what we see, because it's for your own good and your own family's good. It's your own future's good, because you do deserve it. We're going to show you how to use the secrets the wealthy have always used confidently to get ahead of the game now and forever. We are 7K, and we want you to join us. The four founders of 7K, and I know all of them personally: Roger Ball, Richard Wayne Hansen, Josh Anderson, Zach Davis. They're on a mission to change the world. If you want to be part of something bigger than you are, then you want to join us in 7K. This is about changing people's lives. This is about giving information, vital financial information to people we know and we love, people we go to church with, people we socialize with, people we work with, people we going to meet in the future. These founders have changed multiple industries for the better. They have a passion for helping people get ahead, just like I do. In between the time when Richard Wayne Hansen, and he was at the top of the computer in that company back in the 90s, I joined him 18 months later. I made 3 times more money than he did. I created a system of teaching and helping people how to build in an environment and like this, and with gold and silver. And we want you to be part of our team. And that's why we're sharing this with you tonight. But I want to share that thing about being part of something bigger than us, because see, that's what the founders, they don't have to have this to make money. Roger Ball's a multi-billionaire already. He's in his 80s. This is part of his legacy for his children's children. And he's got 2 legacy companies. Already he's leaving them. Well, he's got, and then a third too, is the investment one. But let's look at what the founders say their mission is. And I like to read it because I want you to understand where it comes from their hearts, and it comes from mine. We created 7K because we genuinely want to improve the lives of people around the world. We have watched way too many of our friends struggle as the economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up in life. Using the power of gold and silver, we believe we can provide a way for people to create financial independence, preserve their wealth, and live an exceptional life. We started this company because we believe in you, and that's what we want for you. The person that invited you here tonight to hear about that, that's what they want for you. Because see, they've come to learn about this. They've dug in, they've gotten more information and more information because we haven't been taught this on purpose for decades and decades. And they will not teach you about this tomorrow or next year or 2 years from now. They don't teach it in the school. They should. Here are some of the questions that all of us have when we find out about the power of money. And do any of them kind of resonate with you right now? Where should I buy it? Who should I trust? What should I buy? How do I buy it in small enough quantities that I can afford? And how do I get more of it? Because once you start getting it, you want a lot more of it, trust me. And so 7K created the membership that solves many of the problems the average person has when they're confronted with buying precious metals. And that's what this was all about 4.5 years ago. They cut out all the middlemen. They looked at Costco, they looked at Sam's, they looked at Amazon Prime, the membership model. Buy membership, and with membership, you get lots of benefits. And like at Costco, you have a standard membership, you have an executive membership. They got 2 memberships. And so you can go into that store and you get to buy all their products. If you don't have a membership, you can't go in the store and you can't get to buy all the products. Now, they don't necessarily have the lowest price. They have great products and have great prices. And that's what they're known for. And it's convenient. Well, 7K doesn't have every gold and silver product in the world, but they're getting close to having that. After 4.5 years, we started very simply. Look, you get a membership at 7K. They cut out all the middlemen, and you get to buy gold and silver bullion at dealer cost. So why have it in an IRA? Why have it in cash? Why have it in this? Have it in this. So they give you that opportunity to convert paper to precious metals at cost. Okay, that's a pretty cool deal. Now, they have a different model. We're a member direct marketing company, just like Costco, just like Sam's, and just like Amazon Prime, except we do it a little differently. We pay people a lot more, but we want you to learn is the key, and learn why you should own gold and silver, and why and how to do it. So we're going to teach you that in a buyer certification training by videos, professional video. So you don't have to read a lot. It's in there and it's put in language for lay people. Okay. And so we've already made all the mistakes in buying gold and silver. So we don't want you to make those same mistakes. Okay. So we're going to teach you all about it. And you're going to get expert training to help you identify what kind of buyer that you are, and understand how the wealthy have always used sound money for the gain, so you can do the same. And the key factors to protect your personal finances in any economy. And that becomes extremely necessary with what we're looking at in the next year, 2, 3 years in our current economy and a global economy. And what the value of an MS-70 is? What's that? Well, that's a graded coin instead of a bullion coin. And about coin collect, because that's where real value is created, and you need diversification. And why governments and large institutions are the biggest buyers of gold and silver. So we're going to tell you all those things and teach you about that. So here are the 5 reasons for sound money. Hedge against poor government decisions and political and potential economic collapses. Now, I think that's very important. I think you agree that is very timely right now, and in what we're looking at in the next few years. How about wealth accumulation? Don't you want to accumulate more wealth? Don't you want to protect what you already have? Well, we're going to teach you that. That's why you need to have sound money, precious metals, gold and silver. And we're going to teach you about real portfolio diversification. And that's where you can have collectibles in it. And it's still sound money. It's still intrinsic value. It's not paper, and it's not paper diversification. And the most exciting one of all, coin collecting. And 7K is just forging a path of leadership in this whole numismatic world today. So what if I told you that we've all made a $1.2 million mistake? Yep, I made it. Every founder made it. You've made it already. And that is real simple. If you would have spent $115 every month, $105 every month, and bought this MS-70 Silver Eagle coin, yeah? And now what's an MS-70 coin? Well, see, the coin here and here look exactly alike, that 1 ounce silver coin. But what happens is, see this, they make millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of these every year at the US Mint. But that's a bulk coin, that's a bullion coin. That one in that plastic, there's less than 5% of these ever get graded a perfect MS-70. Not a 69, not a 64, not a 68. See, those are worth a lot less. So it's a perfect coin. There are only a few of them. That means they're rare. That means they're worth more. And so that's the whole point. So this is what we're talking about, diversification and graded coins, numismatic coins. So if you'd have bought one of these every month for $105 since they first started making them in 1986, you would have spent about $50,000. Well, that's better than putting $105 every month in that mutual fund for all those years, or any stock or anything you put it in. Here's why. That collection today is worth over $1.2 million to $1.6 million. You could have put that $105 in any mutual fund, any annuity, anything to give you that type of return. But yet you could if you'd have bought one of these every month. So we don't want you to repeat that same mistake. So we created what we call an autosaver. But I really want you to understand about how value increases with numismatics faster than with bullion, because I gave you the milk example. I know you the milk example, the house example, the Mustang example, and there's other examples. But you know, let's take a look at why do these increase faster? Well, they're rarer, and they come in set. If look in 1996, they each one of these were worth when this presentation was put together $6,000 each. So if you had one every month, that would work out. Hey, look, the ones in 1999 more rare. They're worth $19,000 each when this presentation was put together. But here we are in 2021. Okay, and so it used to be when I gave this presentation a few months ago, I'd say, you know, we looked it up on the internet, because you can look up on the internet the 1996 MS-70 Silver Eagle last sales price, and it was a little over $9,000. But guess what? We just looked it up a couple of weeks ago, and it was over $13,000. It more than doubled in just a short 2-year period, not even 2 years. And same thing with the MS-70, 1999 was $19,000. The last one sold was over $26,000. So they gain value faster in the MS-70. So we're going to teach you all about it, but it's also part of our program, because we don't want you to make that $1.2 million mistake again. So just put it on autosaver. We created an autosaver. It's one of the benefits that you can as a membership. You can just say, here, I want to put it on automatic. Buy me one, send me one every month. It was just once a month. Now you can buy more if you want, but here you can put it on automatic. And that's a great way to make your autosaver coin of one of these exclusive, unique coins that now 7K has. We have better coins, but we got the basic, we call it our state series, because we have one for every state. Okay. And so when you get all 50 states, you'll have a subset, and that 50 state collection won't take you as long to collect as that from 1986. So you can make it down. And we're going to have other sets too, by the way. But that's $105 and you get 15 points. Now, remember points. You say, what's points? Well, hey, it's like airline mileage. You get enough airline mileage, you get a free ticket. Everybody's familiar with that. So $105 MS-70 State Series collection. And then we have the variety. That's exclusive, unique Animal State Series, unique to only 7K. You can't buy these coins somewhere else. They're only from 7K. They're $139. They're 20 points. And the gold specialty coin that's a unique again now to 7K, it's $179.15 points. And it's an Animal State Series, an Animal State Series 2. It's a Gold State Series that's there for a specialty coin. So you can buy one, you can buy all three, you can buy as many as you want, but the key is you can put one at least on autosaver and not make that $1.2 million mistake. Now, another membership benefit is that you can have a Sound Money wallet inside your membership. And everybody knows they go to their bank physically, or they can go to the internet, go online. They can see their balance and their transactions in there. Well, you can, once you're a member, you'll have a Sound Money wallet that you have in your, and you can fund this wallet with cash from your bank. So you can ACH it, wire it, send a check, and then you can buy gold and silver from your Sound Money wallet and buy gold and silver bullion with it, or you can buy other products with it out of your cash balance. And if you want to buy gold and silver bullion, like the Eagles, you can store it in the vault for up to $15,000 worth, $25,000 worth portfolio value for free, up to $25,000 portfolio value for free in a private vault. But here's the biggest thing that I want to share with you. This Sound Money wallet is new technology we just introduced in November of 2020 into 7K. And it's our own technology. And so you can buy incremental gold for the first time and incremental silver for the first time in history. Now, what I mean by that? Well, a lot of people can't afford $2,000 for 1 ounce gold Eagle coin, but they can do $10 a month, or $10 a week, or $10 a day, or $100 a week. So you can buy it incrementally and you still get it at cost. And then when it accumulates and makes 1 ounce, you can have it shipped to you because you get to store it for free. So everyone in the world, billions of people now, as 7K grows around the world, will be able to afford gold and silver for the first time in history at dealer direct cost, and they buy it incrementally. That's powerful. So just to recap, you can fund your wallet, Sound Money wallet, and that's what I'm wearing, my t-shirt, see Sound Money, and with you from your bank, or you can send in a check, or you wire it, or do an ACH transfer. And then you can take that cash and you can buy gold and no fee. Look at there, no fee. Same thing, you buy cash, you can convert it to silver, no fee. You can transfer from member to member. Maybe we want to have maybe I want to buy something you have. Well, I can transfer my cash or my gold or my silver to you, and we negotiate, and then I can get that item from you. That's a private transaction between me and you. Okay. And then we can do that transfer for free. Okay. Now, let's say, an emergency came up. I don't have a lot of this cash. I have most of mine sitting in gold or silver in my vault at 7K. So I need some of it. I need some cash. Okay, so I can take, and they give me the highest buyback price. At the click of the button, I can click and I can sell, turn my gold into cash, and then transfer it over to my bank. I can take my silver and do the same thing at a click of a button of my silver balance and turn it into cash, and then have that cash sent to my bank. And they give us the highest buyback prices in the industry. Or let's say I've been storing gold and silver there for a while. I want to have it, I want to have some shipped to me. I want it in my hands. Well, I can have on equal ounces. So you can send 5 ounces, 10 ounces, 1,000 ounces. You can, whatever you got in your balance, you can send them to you. You can have them mail them to you. Now you'll have to pay the shipping, insurance, and the processing fee to do that. But it's sitting there, you own it, you can have. It's right there. Everything in their vault that you buy and you have in your balance, they must have in that vault physically. Yours, mine, everybody else. They don't do fractional banking like our banks do. It must physically be there. And so if you choose to store it there at these fabulous rates, then you can. Okay, great advantage. Sound Money Wallet, Sound Money, the vault, and another one is saving. So we want to save money, and you get the 7K Advantage program. It's an app you put on your phone, and it comes with a membership. If you're on the auto saver, you get this every 30 days. You get to use this for free. Okay. Well, you have 800,000 stores throughout the world that you can save money at. I'm talking about Home Depot, uh, uh, Sonic, you name it, fast food restaurants, local restaurants right there in your own city. And this is around the world. Okay. Uh, Discounts on hotel stays, automobile, car rentals, airline travel. So you get to book it there and get discounts. 5-star exclusive resorts around the world. Most other companies charge $29 to $39 a month for this benefit. You get it free with the membership at 7K. We have an annual trip that 7K takes, and it's you get to book it and go with it. If you want, you don't have to, but they get it at prices we could never get it at. And you get to hang with the leaders and the founders of the company. These are fabulous trips. And so that's another membership benefit. Now, did I say that we can earn some money with this? Now, look, it's worth just being a member of 7K. But if you are a member, don't you want to help other people? And why not get paid for it at the same time? Because they want you and I to help share this wealth of information with other people, and they're willing to pay us for it. It's called referral marketing. And that's what we get. We get referral fees. But they have a very unique way that we can develop a true residual income for the rest of our lives as we help establish this company globally around the world. Now, how is that? Well, let's just jump right to the membership real quick, because you need to be a member to earn some income. Okay. You need to be a member to get all these benefits that I just talked about. And so I'm going to just go right to the standard membership is $199. Good for 1 year. Okay. And I call it the buyer's membership. The business membership is the premium membership, $499. And that's what it's all. You ready to have an internet home-based business, working for yourself, helping other people, and you get all the home-based business tax benefits too. And that's $499. It's called business in a box. It's worth more than $1,100. Okay. And so you're going to get a lot of things with this. More than just 1 year membership. You're going to get an MS-70 silver coin. You're going to get a silver bullion coin. You're going to get 24 business cards personalized for you. You're going to get a 4 wealth strategy personalized brochures. That's this presentation in high quality print with your name, website address, and everything on it. And then, of course, you're going to get the buyer certification, the collector's training, all the membership benefits that I just talked about. And you're going to get many tools. That's what the technology credits are for. An app to help you, kind of our 7K Web System app, our downloader, your e-commerce site, your training center. You're going to have tons of tools that you don't pay any fees for. Okay, like in other companies, it just comes as a whole package. Okay, now in the standard membership, that's when we call it buyer's membership, buyer's club, and you're going to get a coin. It's going to be a graded coin, but it's going to be a gem graded coin. It's going to be less than a 70, somewhere between the MS64 and MS69 or gem rated. You're going to get 3 technology. We're going to introduce you to everything for free for 3 months, but then they cut them off. And if you want to continue using that, you got to pay a monthly fee for it. Okay. You're going to get the same buyer certification collecting, and you get all the same other benefits there. And you get access to the auto saver program and Sound Money Wallet too. Okay. So this is $199 and it's 50 points. Remember points. And this is $499, it's 150 points. So let's go back to how we earn extra income. Well, you become a member, okay? And someone's going to place you on their team 1 or team 2. Well, you have a team 1 and team 2 too. So when you share this with somebody and they, because you know people we don't know, and they become a member, then their 150 points will come up here to your counter, because you get a free tracking center in the computer at 7K, and you get to see that too, by the way. And those 150 points come up here, and you tell a person, another person, and you place them on your team too. So you got to have one you place on team 1 and one you place on team 2. And then that qualifies you as an associate to earn a check, a $500 a check a week. And so how does that work? Well, they have a team 1 and a team 2, the people you introduce. They know different people than you do. And so they'll place one on their team 1, one on their team 2. They'll have 150 points come up here. That'll be 300 now. It comes up to you too. So see, that 150 comes, and that'll be 450. Now, what if somebody comes in and they just want to buy a member? Well, you place them on team 1. They'll go down here, and first available spot on team 1, that's where they'll go if you sponsor them. And that'd be 500 points. Well, the same thing happens here. So you're going to get credit for anything that happens on this whole team. It didn't matter if you did it or someone else did it or somebody above you placed people down here. Those points are all going to count for you. So when they accumulate to 500 points on your left team and 500 points on your right team, or team 1, team 2 side, then you're going to get a $500 check. It's just that powerful. Now, there's multiple ways that we earn here. So we have memberships, they count points. Well, I just showed you how that kind of works to make your first check. And then that's how you make another check. Because see, once you make that $500 check, they'll erase those 500 points on each side. And then when more memberships are sold down here, those points come up to you too. Didn't matter if you sold one or not. Oh, wow. Well, that could be a residual income. Yeah, it could. But more than that, that membership is only good for 1 year. So the next year, when people renew, those same points come up again, and that means residual. So you got memberships and renewals provide points. Well, remember that monthly auto saver that I was talking about? Well, that's 15 points or 20 points. And if they buy in all 3, that's 50 points. So those points also come up to your counter when whoever in here buys them. And so let's say you had a team of 25 people down here. You only sponsored 1. on your left team and on your right team, or your team 1 and your team 2. But there ended up to be 25 people. And let's say they're buying that 20-point coin. 20 times 25 is 500 points. If 500 points come up here, 500 points come up here. But that's an extra $500 you made, just people buying the coin that they should be buying, not to make the $1.2 million mistake. Well, then when you get 100 people on this team, because this team goes to infinity, and people can sponsor people from the United States to Canada to UK to Singapore to Australia to New Zealand, because those are the countries we're open in right now, to Ireland. We just opened in Ireland just a few months, just a couple of weeks ago, 6 weeks ago or so. So now when you have 100 people, that'd be like 20 times 100 is 2,000 points. Well, they don't buy it on the same day. They buy it on the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, 21st, and the 26th. They make their auto ship on whatever they want to pick the best date for them. And so it kind of averages out kind of on a weekly basis. So 4 into 2,000 is like 500 a week. So just on coins, you could have $500 check coming up every week. But to do that, you have to personally enroll, share this with one team partner on your team 1, one team partner on your team 2. I call it left and right. So let's look at that. The monthly autosaver, kind of mean residual income. That's kind of what happened to me in my story that I was telling you about. I mean, we got started with that. And then the company has this other thing, rare coin sales. They do coin drops. They're about to do one this Thursday. Our first coin drop this week will be this coming Thursday. And it's going to be another coin drop. And they sell all of these things in less than 2 minutes. And it's amazing because they come with points and everybody's wanting them because they know how rare they are and they know how fast they gain value in the outside world. So, that's other sources of income that comes up. I'm not even going to talk about retail sales, but there's a way to earn extra cash through the e-commerce side and retail sales. Okay. So I like to talk about this part. This is, I become an associate. And so how do you make more than 500 a week? Since Bob, you said you were making about 10,000 a week right now. So how is that possible? Well, look, I became an associate. Okay. You become an associate and you get one on your left team, one on your right team. That qualifies you to make that 500 a week. And then you help those people get their one on their left, one on their right, help those people get the one on left, help those people's people get one on their left and right. And those points come up and then they pay you that $500 check when you have 500 on left and right, and they erase those 500 points because they paid you on that already. Now, when another 500 points come up here, you get another $500 check. And then when you start having 500 points coming up every week, you'll make a 500. But what happens when you have 1,000 points coming up on the left side and the right side every week? Well, if you're just an associate, all you can make is $500. But you want to make more. Okay. Talk to more people. Put a second person on your team on your left side. Now they're going to go way down here underneath all those other people, but everybody in between will love you because you just place points and all those points come up to all of them and to you. And then you put a second person on your right team and then you help one of these two people become an associate like you were. How is that? Well, they have to have one on their left and one on their right that they personally sponsored. So you have an associate on the left, associate on the right, and one other member that you sponsored. Then you're a copper. Now you're making a qualified to make two $500 cycle checks every week or $1,000 a week. Wow. You start making $1,000 a week and then that makes you happy like I did. And then all of a sudden you got more than 1,000 points coming up every week. And you want to make more money. Well, talk to more people. Put a third person on your left and a third person on your right that you personally introduce. And then one of these three need to be a copper just like you were, but you already know how to do that because that's what you just did. So you help one of these become a copper like you did, and then you can make $2,000 a week. That's a six-figure income. That was really nice in retirement, doing it part-time when that happened to me a couple of years ago, May of 2019. Wow, that was pretty cool. Then I saw how serious this company was going, where it was going. I said, I need to get to work and start a legacy. So I had to go find some young people. So I started having more points coming up. So if you have more points coming up, you want to make more money, what do you got to do? Talk to more people. Okay. So I put two more on my left team, two more on my right team for a total of 5 on the right, 5 on the left. One of these 5 need to be a bronze like I was. Now I know how to do that. So I just teach them. See, this is a building blocks concept. You don't have to learn this hard comp plan. Our comp plan is on one page. You just teach people to do what you just did. At least one person on your left team and one person on your right team. And so when you have a bronze on your left and a bronze on your right and 4 other members that are active, then you can make $3,500 a week. That's great income. So if you want to become a goal like I am, you got to talk to more people. I had to put 3 more people on my left team, 3 more people on my right team for a total of 8. And I had to have a silver on my left and a silver on my right. One of those 8 needed to be a silver, just like I was. And that's when I became a goal and started making $7,000 a week. Now that's a nice paycheck. And then because part of that came about in February 15 of 2020, I sponsored a young man by the name of Wayne Clark. He was a broker. I didn't personally sponsor him, my wife did, but we both did. I let her sponsor him because see, I didn't come in with just one. I came in with what is called a business family pack, and you'll learn about that. What did I do is I joined, I placed my wife on the left side, I placed our company on the right side, and then we went to work. And I put 2 people older than me on my left team, and I put 4 people that had to go back to work after retirement on my right team. I helped them make a $500 check, and I helped them make a $500 check. When I started making that check every week, then we started after a while working our company business, Pamela's business, on the left side. Okay. And so we started working her left side because I already had my right side of her business and my business built because of mine I was building. And so we placed Wayne here. He became the first executive goal in the company, first person to win the silver 100-ounce silver bar, and he became an executive goal. And so he is building his business here. My wife became a goal. Now I'm headed toward executive goal, but still I make more money right now as a total. But that young man is headed to make tons of income. He's going to be one of the future leaders of the company. We don't have a presidential goal in the company yet, but I know we're going to have one. And I think it's going to come from Hawaii. I personally believe it's going to come from Hawaii because we're about to open up in many other countries in the Asia Pacific market. And Hawaii is on the precipice of that Asian market. And it's just the interface between the Asia Pacific market and the rest of the world. And that's what I hope you see. Ask the person about what I'm talking about with a business family pack if you're interested in that, and we'll explain it more to you. But these, in summary, is the membership benefits, a residual income for life. Okay, because when you're talking about this kind of income, as you build this one center up to $12,500 a week, that's $650 grand a year. And then if you do the business family pack like I did and Wayne did and many of people in my group, then they got like where my wife, she's a gold too now. And so, and Wayne's wife is also ranked up. I think she's a copper, about to come a bronze, and his son is a silver. And so, you know, if you got all three of them, that's 1.9 million plus a year residual income. And that's what we're building, a legacy. And do you want to build that type of legacy? You're at the right place at the right time with the right company, with the right products and the right market and the right management. All the rights are checked off on this one. It's just a matter, do you want to do it and learn how with us? So residual income, auto saver program, advantage rewards program, limited and rare coins in some case, sound money wallet, 1099 tax benefits, go back IRAs. Yep, we got those too. And a 7Care health program. You got to be a member. It covers pre-existing. A lot of people join us just for that healthcare program because their healthcare programs cost them too much. And so they join here, they get it at better rates and better coverage. And so you remember the membership, pick a membership, $199 standard, $499 premium. The business family pack is a combination of these, but it's basically 3 memberships. So ask yourself, how would it feel to know you had control over your financial future? You can with 7K. So join us. How would your life be different if you had more money, time, you had more time, more money to do what you love to do? Like I've been able to enjoy my life for the last 23 years in that situation. I want other people to do that. And 7K is the instrument that I get to share that with other people to be able to live the lifestyle that I've lived for the last 23 years. And now just in enjoying it even more. So the question is, will you join us in our mission to change the world, one person at a time? And we want to help change you now. So get back with the person that invited you to this presentation. Tell them I'm ready to get started. Show me what I need to do, because those are the ones that make it big, like Wayne, Danny Clements, Tarita, Gary, Cheryl, uh, Colleen, and I can just go on and on the list of all the new people I've met in Hawaii, Ron and Beverly, and so many more, because we have over 1,200 of us right now, and we're growing, and that's what we need to do. Just on that one island, we got 1 million. So let's go. We just gotten started. Since I talked about income, my own income, I want to share with you, the company displays their income disclosure statement. They don't have to, but they're happy to, because so many people earn an above average income with 7K. And so we'd like for you to see our income disclosure statement. So once again, pick your membership, get back with the person who invited you here, and tell them you're ready to get started. And I thank you for your time and attention, and I look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world